What's going on, Kicks Gang? It's HEATKICKZ. He Kicks back with another dope sneaker unboxing. And as you guys can see, I was just blessed by the sneaker gods. I have a super dope silhouette to share with you guys. I actually just got these in today. They did release a couple days ago, but that's okay because I always love to give you guys my spin on the sneaker. And I also like to tell you guys a little bit about the history and go into some of the in-depth stuff that maybe some of the other channels don't necessarily get into. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the sneakers that you guys all came here for. And here we go. We have an Air Jordan 14 box. Actually, the Air Jordan 13s and 14s both come in the same box. As you guys can see, we have a silver all over box with the red Jumpman in the middle. Looking over to the far side, we have the barcode and sizing tag, and then again that little red Jumpman. And then flipping around to the bottom or the back side, you can see we've got some of the trademark information here down on the bottom. Let me go ahead and pop these open real quick, and bang bang, the Air Jordan 14 Rip Hamilton. I know some of you guys are calling these the cherries, but the official name is the Air Jordan 14 Rip Hamilton, and they are super plush, super nice, and I'm really glad that I added these to the collection. I know they are a majority white, and then they have a couple small hits of red, but honestly they look really dope, and the materials they use on these are really premium. You go ahead and take a look at that tumbled leather here on the side panels. You can just see how squishy and soft and comfortable those are going to be on feet. But anyways, with that, let's go ahead and get into the review. We'll start off with the bottoms like we usually do. As you guys can see, the outsole is a majority white. Of course, we've got this black carbon fiber here in the middle with that white Jumpman logo, and then of course the number 23 in the black patch down in the front. Looking at the side, we've got these two red hits up near the toe box, and that extends down through the midsole and on into the back. And also you guys can see we have that carbon fiber shank that extends up into the midsole on the outside of the sneaker. We'll go ahead and look at the back real quick. Of course, we've got that really nice tapered look. We've got the upside down 23, and then of course the Jumpman logo topped off with a little hit of red on the top. And then on the inside of the sneaker, the midsole looks exactly the same except for one part. At the back side of the carbon fiber panel, let me zoom in, you can see there's actually a little hole here, and there's actually a little screen. And not only does that give you additional air circulation inside the sneaker, it was actually designed to look like the exhaust in the panels, the intake and the outtake of a Ferrari. I actually have not gotten a chance to try these on yet, and I'm not exactly sure how much air circulation you actually get from that, but I think it's a really dope touch. Flipping around to the outside, once again you see we've got that really thick premium tumbled leather, and I gotta say guys, as far as tumbled leather goes, it doesn't really get much better than that. Then coming up to the top, we have more of a smooth grain leather, which is still really good quality. It just doesn't have quite as much of that tumble. And then of course we've got this really nice silver plated Jumpman, also kind of goes along with that fast car or Ferrari theme. And then looking around to these back quarter panels here, we have that really nice tumbled leather once again. Super dope shoe. Honestly, it's the first 14 in my collection, which actually makes me a little sad because I've been trying to find the last shots for quite some time. I made a big mistake. I should have got them when they first came out. There were tons and tons of pairs, but honestly I thought they were going to hit outlets because they were sitting for a while. That was not the case, and they don't have them in my size sitting. You can find them on StockX for around retail, and at the end of the day I really just need to pull the trigger. But the last shot is definitely a pair that I need to double up on, and I should probably get to that sooner rather than later before those go up, because I know a lot of people do like that silhouette. But this is definitely a consolation prize for the time being, and being that it is the Rip Hamilton, I also like that as well because I am very close to the University of Connecticut. Initially when they first started talking about this shoe, it was supposed to be a Rip Hamilton PE, which means it would have had some additional hits of blue, or it would have at least had some numbering or different logos on the insole, something to make it a little bit different than just a typical cherry colorway. Although they did keep it as the Rip Hamilton PE or the Rip Hamilton colorway, they did take out some of those extras, and I really would have liked that. There also would have been some some additional hits of blue on this, but they did stick with a little bit more of the original colorway, which would be more reminiscent of the Jordan 14 Cherry. Going ahead and looking at the toe box, the leather here on the toe box is kind of like it is on the back. Definitely a nice soft grain leather, but really good quality leather that will hold up well and be very comfortable. And then right above the toe box, we've got the Jumpman here in black, and then of course we've got white laces that come all the way up to the top. As you guys can see, the laces actually fit inside the leather, so while looking at the outside of the shoe, the laces almost sit inside of the upper, which I think is really nice. And then something that's really different from a lot of the other Jordan models, if you look at the tongue, I'm going to try to stretch it out a little bit. You see it kind of comes up in a triangle shape and then kind of bows out at the top. As you guys can see, we've got Jordan branding here on red, and then if you flip and look at the inside of the tongue, you have 14 for the model in Roman numerals, which I think is a really nice touch. Going ahead and looking at the inside, it is pretty basic. We just have a plain white insole with the black Jumpman, and then of course the sock liner is just a typical sock liner, nothing more premium than we would have expected. And we actually got the regular pricing on this, not the PE pricing, which if they had done the PE pricing, it actually probably would have been more expensive, and honestly they probably wouldn't have added a whole lot more. Maybe they would have put something special on the insole, but honestly for me personally, I think I would have liked that because I like the fact that it was a Rip Hamilton colorway. If it had nothing to do with Rip Hamilton at all, I still would have copped it because I do like this colorway, and of course anything with university red on it is really dope. And then of course just the nostalgia of picking up a Jordan silhouette that I don't have in the collection is really special. Another thing I wanted to mention is this is another type of Jordan that looks particularly well on people with bigger feet, which is something that I have, is a much larger foot. Some shoes just don't look good on people with big feet, and this one actually looks pretty decent. I mean, if you wear a 12, 13, or 14, shoes do tend to look kind of big anyways, but to be honest, I think these look really good on foot, whether you have small feet or big feet. And as always, I'm just super excited to be adding these to the collection. Let me go ahead and give you guys a couple more close-up views. That premium leather, that sport car design. We've got the really nice bold 23 on the back, which I like, and they don't do that on any other model. That's one thing that's specifically particular to this model that I really like. That really nice cherry red or university red, the carbon fiber on the sides and on the bottom, and then of course that little air hole for extra breathability is just super dope. As you guys can see, the right sneaker is the same as the left, meaning that they're monochromatic, and I'm happy to know that these are mine. And with that, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. And like I always say, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and smash that notification bell, and don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It goes a long way as far as helping out the channel, and if you guys have been supporting me since the beginning, you guys are greatly appreciated. It's Heat Kicks, and until next time, I'm out.